What's up, everybody? This is episode 1 of the Grass Skirt Lounge, and today we have a special guest. We got 7A Sports TV on the line. What's going on, 7A?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man, chilling. I want to thank you for coming on board with our maiden voyage for the Grass Skirt Lounge. So tell the people a little bit about yourself. Like, where can they find you on the internet? Websites and the YouTube pages you have.
Well, my name is 7A Sports TV. You can find me on YouTube at 7A Sports TV, Facebook 7A Sports TV. You can also find me at ldbcsports.com. You can email me at 7asportstv@gmail.com.
7A, can you recall your first introduction into the whole industry of medical cannabis?
Well, medical cannabis, I got put up on medical cannabis by dealing with what happened is I started educating myself on different strands, the differences between indica plants, sativa plants, and the hybrids. Which plants, how they benefit you medically and how they affect you physically. So once I educated myself on that, right now the medical cannabis arena is booming because a lot of people are getting involved with it. There's a lot of money involved in it. There's a lot of health benefits to people who use it in the proper way. And if you're not using it for recreational smoke, and you're actually using it for its intended purpose, you can see a lot of health benefits. Even people with headaches, suffer from migraine headaches. I've seen people who smoke cannabis, and it helps that. People who suffer from depression can smoke forms of cannabis that will help with that as well. And people who suffer from pains, back pains, knee pains, joint pains, arthritis, dealing with medical cannabis helps those people out as well. And it's safer than dealing with prescription drugs, which is usually another form of heroin that people are taking in small portions. And as their tolerance builds up to those opiate pills, they then start, when the doctor stops prescribing you those pills, people tend to go and try to find something stronger on the street, and they end up on heroin.
Right, and you know what? That's a real good point that you brought up, because earlier in the video, I had broken my leg when I got out of military school. Like a month after I graduated from military school, I broke my leg, and I had a metal rod placed in my leg. And some years later, when I was in my 20s, the rod had actually gotten infected, and I had to get the rod. And before I had the surgery to have the rod taken out, of course, I had gotten prescriptions for pain pills. I was taking Tylenols, and over time, like you just mentioned, my tolerance grew for the pills, and I found myself taking more and more and more pills, and the more I took, the more my tolerance built up. So it was kind of like a self-defeating thing. And I did notice that also with medical cannabis, my tolerance didn't build up as quickly, and I actually got better results from the medical cannabis so far as relaxing my mind enough to deal with the pain. And certain strains actually help me to deal with the pain as well. And ever since I discovered medical cannabis, I hadn't really had a need for any pain pills at all. Any issues like physical issues that you've ever had that you felt that medical cannabis was probably more beneficial than pills?
I had a back injury when I used to train MMA, and I had a back injury that prevented me from working out the way I wanted to, or it definitely prevented me from dealing with MMA, doing MMA. So what I had. I can't remember the exact strain I had at that time, but it was indica dominant for sure. I think it was a hybrid, but it was definitely indica dominant. And I smoked some of that, and within 20-30 minutes, I felt no pain in my back. You know what I mean? It was just relaxation. It was chill, but it didn't. But see, if I were to take prescription pills, which is more dangerous, prescription pills would have made me sleepy, would have made my stomach hurt if I have to eat food when I'm taking it and all that kind of stuff, you know. But like I said, the cannabis didn't do that at all. It's cannabis indica. I would smoke, you know, a couple drags off of that.
Well, speaking of sports, now what do you think about medical cannabis use in combat sports, like such as boxing, for instance? What do you think about what the use of that, or there being some sort of like leniency towards that?
Well, first of all, I think that my overall stance on cannabis is that it should be legalized. Okay. So even for recreational use, I think it should be legalized. But from a medical standpoint, guys should be able to use medical cannabis if it's legal. Once it becomes legal in their state, I think they should be able to use it. A lot of these combat sports still have a bias towards marijuana because of the history and the bad name that it has. Like, oh, it's a illegal drug. But once it becomes legal, then you know, if a doctor prescribes it, then who are these sports sanctioning bodies or anybody to tell the athlete they can't ease their pain with medical cannabis, but you can take some opiates? That's ridiculous.
Right.
And see, the medical cannabis, this is why people need to start getting into this right now, while it's still young. Because once the big pharmaceutical companies take hold of it, okay, it's going to be hard to get in on it. And then also, the public perception of medical marijuana is going to change when the big pharmaceutical companies get a hold of it. See, the drug companies are pushing all these pills down your throat, and they're making you take these pills, and they'll take this, take that. But with medical marijuana, you can grow that in your backyard. You don't need them. You're cutting them out, you see. So they don't want that. They don't want you to cut them out. They want to tell you that medical marijuana, period, has something, you know, it's not enough testing, not enough study done on it, blah, 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 right? But there's no recalls being done on marijuana. There's always some recalls being done on them pills, I'll tell you that.
Right, exactly. Have you remember, like, well, like, what advice would you give to people, teenagers and, you know, adults who still think they're teenagers, who have the misconception of decriminalized versus illegal?
Well, first thing you gotta do is, in your state, pay attention to the news, read the paper, read the law. You can go on the internet and read the marijuana laws in your state. Okay, read the laws, understand, print them out, have a copy of it in your car so you have a proper understanding of it. If you are a marijuana smoker, heavy marijuana smoker, you travel with marijuana, stuff like that, you need to fully understand the law. You cannot go by hearsay, alright? A lot of people have a bad habit of going by what they heard. Oh, my friend said it's legal. It's legal now, and you can do this and you can do that. Well, how much of it is legal to have in your possession?
Right.
You know, can it be separated? I mean, because I'm sure, even though they might have decriminalized it, I'm sure you can't have 16 ounces separated in 16 different bags in your car spread out, because now you're going to be considered a dealer.
Right.
So you better understand the laws and don't just go by hearsay. Don't be foolish. Don't fire up a blunt and smoke a blunt in the cop's face because you heard it's legal. Okay? Because he can change that story. He can flip that into any way. If he feel like he's being disrespected, he can flip that into anything he wants it to be. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand the laws in your state, and you can print them out on the internet. You go to the library. You can look it up on your phone. Look up, if you're in California, look up, California marijuana laws.
Yeah.
You know, and read a couple of those articles, a couple of the laws, and understand that. Get a proper understanding of what it is you can do and can't do. And if you have any further questions, you should actually contact the police department.
Right.
Contact the police department. talk to the police for no reason, but you need to contact them and find out what is it that's legal. What can they? How much marijuana can you have? Blah blah blah. Because once you hear from them, right, and you can do your fact checking on that, you're better off rather than just going by hearsay what your friends said, what you heard on Facebook.
I wanted to also let people know as well. There is a thing called civil forfeiture. Now, civil forfeiture basically is a law where if anybody in law enforcement suspects you, or not even you, but suspects that your possessions, like your car, your money, your house, or your jewelry, is being used for something illegal, they can seize your property. They don't have to arrest you, but what they do is they say, oh, we believe this money is going to be used for illegal activity, so we're seizing your money. And now you have to petition the state and the courts to fight for the right to get your money back. And people often don't get their stuff back. You have to fight for the right to get your house back, because now you've been evicted from your house because they say, we believe that your house is being used for illegal activity. They don't have to prove it. All they have to do is say we suspect it, and they can take your property. Google civil forfeiture. Look on Wikipedia and look up civil forfeiture. These are things that people have to understand. People's lives are being ruined. What do you have to say for individuals, whether they're in a legal state or not, who are under 18, who are considering indulging in cannabis?
Honestly, I would tell anybody younger than 18, I would tell anybody, even if you're older than 18, if you are not suffering from depression, or if you're not already on medication for something, I wouldn't just dabble with marijuana just to be dabbling with it, just to look cool, or just to do something. I wouldn't. But I would also tell the people the same thing about cigarettes and marijuana and alcohol. You know, even though those things are legal, you know, I wish I never started smoking cigarettes. This is like one of the most hardest things I can ever quit. You know, this is hard to quit this. Okay, and stay quit. You know, alcohol, same way. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Marijuana is a drug. It is natural, indeed, but it is useful when used for the right purposes. You know what I mean? When you get into a habit of using it for recreational reasons, you know, then you can take away a lot of the health benefits and start increasing health risk. You understand? Smoke in your lungs is not healthy, period. A lot of people think smoke and cancer only gets caused by cigarettes, but it can be caused by any type of smoke. You know?
Man, I said like 10 minutes ago I didn't want to keep you, but for so long. But thanks for coming on to the Grass Skirt Lounge 7-8. Any closing thoughts, any statements, or anything else of yours that you want to promote so that the people can know to come check you out?
Well, you know, like I said before, if you know, I talk about a variety of different things on my channel, 78 Sports TV, on YouTube. Talk about boxing, all different types of sports. I talk about social issues. Pretty much, it's just like barbershop type of a talk. Whatever's on the mind of the people is what I talk about, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm doing this video now with the good brother about medical marijuana. That's what people are talking about. That's what people care about, so that's what I talk about. And yeah, I just want to reiterate, I was very careful with the stuff that I said on this video, because, you know, kids might be watching, and, you know, kids tend to think things are cool, and they just to be doing something, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, I'm pro-gun, okay? I don't have any problem with anybody owning a weapon for self-defense or for practicing, for hunting. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But I wouldn't recommend a kid who's younger than 18 to have a gun. Just, you know, I wouldn't recommend that, because kids don't make the best decisions. I think that you have to grow up. You have to know your body, know your temperament, know your likes and dislikes before you start doing things that will forever alter the course of your life. And I think marijuana, while I'm in favor of marijuana, I think that marijuana, you don't know how it's going to react, how your body's going to react to it. You don't know if your tolerance is low. You don't know if you have a high tolerance. You don't know if it's going to mess up your hormone levels. You don't know anything. So I think first, kids should educate themselves before dealing with that. And when you're 18, make that decision.
Right, man. Thanks a lot for that, 7A. Thanks for that advice for the younger people who may come across this video, and for even older people who think it's okay for their younger people to smoke. Some words of wisdom spoken by the brother 7A. So we're gonna end this interview here with the brother 7A. Hopefully we have him come on again and kick some more of his wisdom with us on medicinal cannabis. Give us some of his knowledge on some of the other chemicals that will feature on the channel. And thanks for tuning in. Healing with medicinal plants is as old as mankind itself. The connection between man and his search for drugs in nature dates from far in the past, of which there is ample evidence from various sources, written documents, preserved monuments, and even original plant medicine. Awareness of medicinal plant usage is a result of many years of struggles against illness, due to which man learned to pursue drugs in barks, seed, fruit bodies, and other parts of the plant. Archaeology evidence shows that Paleolithic used medicinal plants 60,000 years back. The oldest written evidence of medicinal plants usage for preparation of drugs has been found on a Sumerian clay slab from Ningpur, approximately 5,000 years old. It comprised 12 recipes for drug preparation, referring to over 250 various plants, some of them alkaloids such as poppy, henbane, and mandrake. The oldest known list of medicinal herbs is a Chinese herbal that is probably a compilation of even older oral tradition. Marijuana has been used as an agent for achieving euphoria since ancient times. It was described in a Chinese medicinal reference traditionally considered to date from 2737 BC. Its use spread from China to India and then to North Africa, and reached Europe as early as AD 500. The Chinese Emperor Fuxi, circa 2900 BC, whom the Chinese credit with bringing civilization to China, seems to have made reference to Ma, the Chinese word for cannabis, noting that cannabis was a very popular medicine that possessed both yin and yang. According to Chinese legend, the Emperor Qingnun, circa 2700 BC, also known as Cheng-nun, considered the father of Chinese medicine, discovered marijuana's healing properties as well as those of two other mainstays of Chinese herbal medicine, ginseng and ephedra. The Chinese book on roots and grasses, Pen Sao, written by Emperor Qingnun circa 2500 BC, treats 365 drugs, dried parts of medicinal plants, many of which are used even nowadays, such as the following: Ray rhizoma, camphor, Theophylum, podophyllum, the great yellow gentian, ginseng, jimson weed, cinnamon bark, and ephedra. Did you know that there were over 113 different cannabinoids? And some of you may ask, well, what exactly is a cannabinoid? And that is a very good question. Basically, a cannabinoid is one of a class of diverse chemical compounds that acts on cannabinoid receptors in cells that alter neurotransmitter release in the brain. And the most popular and commonly known cannabinoid is TETRAHYDROCANNABINOL, A.K.A. THC. There is also cannabidiol, another major compound found in cannabis. However, we won't focus on the latter one today. Today we'll be talking mostly about THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, and anandamide. Tricky word there. Tetrahydrocannabinol, the most abundant and widely known cannabinoid in cannabis. THC is a cannabinoid responsible for the psychoactive effects patients are familiar with. THC is believed to interact with parts of the brain normally controlled by endogenous cannabinoid neurotransmitter, anandamide. And what exactly is anandamide? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Anandamide, or as its chemical name is called, which is a word that I cannot pronounce, but we'll call it AEA, is a fatty acid neurotransmitter derived from the non-oxidative metabolism, and another word that I can't say, arachidonic acid, so we'll just go with that one, an essential omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid. And for all of my chemists out there, you'll understand the chemical makeup of this particular chemical. Anandamide plays a role in the regulation of feeding behavior and the neurogeneration of motivation and pleasure. Basically, munchies and happy. And who doesn't like to munch? And who doesn't want to be happy? So what you guys are seeing right now, or will be seeing, are different images of the different strains that I have actually smoked myself in the past, I would say 2 years or so at this point. Yeah, it's been about 2 years. I had actually taken a little break, a hiatus from smoking medical cannabis because, to be quite honest with you, because I basically, that was a job I was trying to get, and and I decided to not smoke so that I didn't hurt my chances of getting that job. But the reasons why I actually do smoke medical cannabis is basically because I have had a lot of injuries in my life, a lot of injuries, and cannabis has helped me to deal with a lot of pain, a lot of the depression because I although I was never a pro athlete, I'm an athletic type guy. I'm an active guy. I like to play sports and things like that. And when you're in your prime and you get hurt, it can actually depress you when you can't perform at the level that you're accustomed to performing at. It can really bring you down. And I know for me, medical cannabis kind of helps you to help, and it's actually one of the effects of medical cannabis to actually help you with depression and anxiety, because it is a psychoactive. It does have psychoactive chemicals in it that affect your mood and things like that. And I know that when I would start to feel down or whatever, and I would smoke some medical cannabis, I actually would kind of forget about the problems that I had, or I would look at them in a completely different light and actually be a lot more optimistic about things than I would normally be had I not smoked. And it really does help with that. I mean, the pills, and when I say pain pills, I was taking pain pills like Tic Tacs, man. Pain pills, drinking alcohol on top of the pills because the rod had become infected inside of my leg. So I was in excruciating pain. And now that I'm thinking about it, it was the pain. The level of pain was up there with getting shot, and I have been. It's up there with like getting like a gunshot wound. Like it's up there. The pain was extreme. In fact, I would say it's worse because imagine breaking a bone and still being forced to actually walk on it or use that. Oh man, it was so excruciating. And again, the only thing that I found that gave me balance was marijuana when I couldn't sleep at night, because remember, I had an infection, so I would wake up in cold sweats, and it was hard to sleep. But smoking cannabis would always relax me enough to where as though, and now I'm not talking about smoking medical cannabis when I was 16, of course. I'm talking about after the fact. I was grown after the rod started to really bother me and become infected. I was already I was already over the age of 18 when this happened. So smoking medical cannabis helped, although it didn't do anything for the infection because that was inside the bone. Not that it probably could have anyway, but it helped relax me. It helped me to sleep, because it's hard to sleep when you have infection in your body, depending on where it is, because it gets into your bloodstream, and it's torturous, man. It really is. It's torturous. But again, I'm an advocate for medical cannabis. You know who this guy is? Well, let me tell you. This is Chuck Rosenberg, acting administrator for the DEA, or Drug Enforcement Agency. Mr. Rosenberg thinks that medical cannabis is a joke. Marijuana is not medicine, he claims at a hearing of the House Subcommittee on Crime, Terrorism, Homeland Security, and Investigations on 4/4/2017. Could his statements, along with Attorney General Jeff Sessions' comments about medical cannabis, spell trouble for the millions of people who depend on medical cannabis? Let's hope not. In a related story, Mr. Rosenberg did acknowledge that medical cannabis did offer benefits to children with epilepsy. He also stated that the DEA takes recommendations from the FDA on how to classify drugs. Let's keep our fingers crossed. After all, they wouldn't be the first in our government to ignore science. One is for all you guys in Washington State. Have you ever heard of Rise Up? Well, let me tell you what it is. From my understanding, they are a social impact initiative that assists residents of the state with the process of expunging nonviolent cannabis charges from their records that they received during the Prohibition era in the state. I understand why a lot of people don't go through it, says Yeram Sek, a Rise Up participant. It's tedious and expensive, Sek says. I hope I said his first name right. They just can't make it easy for us, can they? But you gotta keep moving on. But if you're from Washington State and you have the time and resources, it could be worth it in the long run. May I introduce to you Florida attorney John Morgan, a man who puts his money where his mouth is. No pun intended. Anyway, an advocate for legalized medical cannabis in Florida, he is considering a $100 million investment in medical marijuana. Cannabis helped ease his father's suffering from cancer, says Mr. Morgan. He also says, what better person than me to get involved? Can't argue that. Mr. Morgan has spent close to $3 million to help get Amendment 2 passed this past election. He is currently looking for the right opportunities to invest in the industry. And I wish him good luck with that. Florida could use more attorneys like Mr. Morgan. Now, what's your name? Can I have your name?
Julia.
Julia? Okay, and you work for?
Rodeo Smoke Shop.
Rodeo Smoke Shop, okay, cool. And you said that the orange, what is that? What color is that, like orange, yellow? Like
The orange on this particular piece is a custom color made by the artist. Okay. So I'm not exactly what color the name is, but I know it was mixed between like 3 different color oranges, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
This piece is made by 3 different artists. This piece is made by Banjo, Phil Siegel, and Pelzer.
Okay. And you said it's called the rig, so you don't call it a bong or
this
tobacco pipe.
This would be more along the lines of functional art.
Okay.
Because I mean, look at it. You can see the difference.
That piece with the kind of like yoga Kama Sutra pose, that's from the same artist, right?
Yes, that is also from Banjo.
Okay.
And that one right there is the serum Debbie, and serum is just, that's the color of the glass that they used on it.
Okay.
So under fluorescent lighting, the color of the glass, you see how it's like a creamy, like a almost yellowish color.
Yeah.
In a different lighting, it will turn pink.
Right. And I was just noticing that too, because I'm looking at the light that's coming from the bottom of the display case.
And you can tell how it's like like seeping through, like transparency.
Yeah. And how the glass it's not the same color as the light. It's kind of distorting the color of the light a little bit. Like that's dope. I like that. And he called that piece. What do you call that piece again?
That piece is called a Debbie. We call it like the Serum Debbie.
The Serum Debbie.
Yeah.
Okay. And this whole display case is by the same artist?
No, there's a mixture of artists in there. Most of this case is dedicated to banjo, but on the top shelf we have pieces from Brandon Martin.
Okay. This one at the bottom, is this by the same guy here?
Yeah, that's also by banjo.
Okay. What does he call that one? Is it the same as that was a Debbie?
I'm not sure. It might have a certain name, but that is actually an older piece by him. I want to say around 2010. So that's why, like, you can tell the completely different styles between that one and then the other two.
Yeah. So it's kind of like he's showing his progression as an artist through the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that one. Is it like a dragon?
It's a woman dancing with a dragon.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's dope. And what about the case right here to your right?
This case features A.K.A.
A.K.A?
Yeah, that's the artist's name. His name is A.K.A. And these are actually from our recent show that we just had. We just had a show that was showcasing all of it.
Cool.
Yeah, about a couple weeks ago.
Now the show that you guys had showcased these, where was that at?
It was here.
You guys did it at the show?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's stuff. So you guys actually host like little so different artists will come in and just like show their stuff, or you guys are just showing off different artists?
Yeah, that's what we do. Like the artists will come down with their work and like we'll display it all.
Okay. So it's like an art show, really. Like,
yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
the same premise. Okay, that's cool. I see a lot of his sculptures are skull design.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. Now
like this one right here, this is one that has the cactus on it. That's a collab with another glass blower. His name's Darby. Darby Holmes.
Okay. Now,
so like you could see like the difference in each one.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like that. Now these right here, now people are more inclined to use these for their medical cannabis than some from the other guy, or these
actually no, they're just if you're gonna use it, you're gonna use it. A lot of people they buy them to use them.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter like how the difference in looking or like the price difference, people are gonna use them.
Right.
It's just the community now, like.
A lot of these, do you need to have water in the bottom of it in order for it to be functional?
The same. You put water in it.
Okay.
The only thing different is that when you're using for concentrate, you use a different nail, so you don't use a bowl.
Okay.
So a flower slice.
Yeah.
You use like it's called a nail or a banger or whatever people want to call it. Like it's made out of quartz, so it's a quartz finger.
Yeah.
And that's what you would use to burn your concentrate.
Okay. Now the displays behind you. Oh, now see, I like that one. The little figurine right there.
Yeah.
Now is this display case for a particular artist, or?
This display case actually features a lot of artists in here.
Like,
the one you're looking at particular, that one is made by Joe Peters.
Joe Peters?
Yeah.
The kind of space pirate looking guy?
Yeah, and this too is like, again, this is some of his older work. So it was made like years before this.
Okay.
So you can tell this. He's more known for, over there you can see like the honeybees and like how it looks like stuff is dripping.
Yeah.
That he's known for that, like the honey stuff.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he's another big artist.
That's dope. What about that one right there? The green and black, like alien type one. Is that the same artist?
No, those are two completely different artists.
Okay.
So the first part on it, like kind of see it has a dinosaur head.
Yeah.
That's a collaboration between Albo and Josh.
Okay. And they're two pretty prominent artists.
Yeah, Albo is really known. He's known for dinosaurs.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he makes dinosaurs, like every different type of dinosaur. Yeah, a pterodactyl. You see a pterodactyl in the corner? That's also him.
Okay. Nah, see, that's dope.
Yeah.
And I like that one too. That the red one that kind of look like some type of anime type of.
Yeah, that one's made by Mike Luna. It's like a dragon geisha. He makes dragons, but for that particular piece, He made it at a competition where glass blowers, like, it's like a friendly competition between them.
Yeah.
And then, like, basically, like, you get to show your skills. Like, you make the best piece that you think, you know? Like, it's, like, something that you think is the best, you know? And, like, pretty much they compete. And so we picked this piece up off of him after he made it. The artist on that piece is two different artists. It's A.K.A. and Coil.
Okay.
Coil makes the monkeys and A.K.A. makes the skull.
Okay, dope. Now that display I just took the pictures of, now are they?
That whole shelf is freak glass.
Freak glass?
Yeah, he makes everything on that shelf.
Oh, word up. Like that purple and black one that I first took the picture of, is that one of his newer ones?
Actually, I think we got a couple of those pieces when we first opened our store.
Okay.
So those are like oldie but goodies.
Okay.
Like the art on it is really nice. Like you can see like how he has like, it's just intricate, like from everything sticking out to the flip that's on it.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
And I think he doesn't have like one particular style of design. He does a lot of different stuff. Like real creative. Man, that is so dope. Cool. I like all the stuff in that case right there.
That's why the top shelf is straight glass, and then the middle shelf, the whole middle shelf is Crunk. His name is Krunkelstein. Okay. And he makes like the chips. Like if you look at like one of the rigs, I know you're not familiar, but like it's what they call chips. So like if you see on that white tube, how you could see like little individual dots on it, that's like what he's known for.
Okay. So that's his trademark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on the next shelf we have some Jason Lord stuff. He's known for like, he makes like traffic cones. I don't know if you noticed they're in the shape of a traffic cone.
Yeah, those two, that's two right there.
Yeah. He makes those, and then he also makes like microscope recyclers. So recyclers basically like the function on it, like basically the water will recycle through.
Okay.
But the design on it is like a scope.
Oh, that is dope.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Man, these things are a creative genius.
Yeah, there's a lot of talented artists out there.
Man, what about the bottom shelf here? Is that
the bottom shelf? Yeah, that's just mixed with a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
But like for instance, how you see like the trees, how you can see that type of glass, it looks like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
That's made by Chad G. He's known for that particular style.
Okay. Let me get some pictures of. Like, you guys don't have Dutch Masters on the West Coast. You smoke Dutch Masters on the East Coast. You guys like have Phillies and the Raps.
No, we got Dutch Masters.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, we have backwoods, Dutch Masters, regular Dutch, extra sweet. We carry everything here at Rodeo.
Oh man! Wow. Okay. See, maybe it's just my experience in Victorville, but you couldn't find any Dutch Master products in Victorville at all.
Probably not, but right here you definitely can.
Okay, see that's new to me. That's new to me. Like, cause me and my cousins, we're all from the East Coast, so
we try to carry everything. You see, like how we have this room filled with our more high-end stuff, but then the next room we have vaporizers, we have papers, we have blunts, wraps, like everything.